Pace, we are about a week away from our contest, from the church phase of our contest. So, as we get ready for the contest, there's a few things that you need to do to get ready before. So, first of all, is we're going to print our answer documents or bubble sheets, whatever you decide to call them, from ZipGrade. First thing is I'm going to assume that you have all of your classes entered and that you have all of your students entered. And for your students, you have your church code entered there. The church code is not going to print on the answer sheets, and that's okay. So first, answer sheets, my fault. First, classes, and then from classes, under answer sheet packets, you're going to download the answer sheet documents for each class. You're going to choose official answer sheet for Talentul Negoț. It will download it, you will open it, and you can print all of your answer sheets, your bubble sheets, straight from there, and it will have each student's name and the test that they are taking, assuming that you put them in the correct class. So that's the first thing that you need to do to get ready. Second, please make sure that you import your quizzes. So I'm going to assume that you know how to import quizzes and that they do show up here. Just one thing, you go to sharing, you type your code in or you paste your code in, and then you can import your quiz. When you are in quizzes, it's important that you click on each quiz, edit it, and then you can assign it to your grades or to your age categories, to your classes. So pick what class each of your quizzes goes to. We don't have any preschool to first graders, so I don't have a class for them here, but you can see other ones. If I go to edit, I can add them to, I can assign each quiz to a certain class. Okay, so once you've done that, once you have printed your answer documents, it's time to think about your room setup. So we at Betania had a simulation test, and I want to show you what we did to get set up. First thing, I'm going to just show you some pictures and a quick video. So first thing, this was a little bit of what our room looked like. And one thing I want you to notice is that kids are not sitting next to kids their own age. Adults are not sitting next to other adults. They are sitting next to different people of different ages. And what I want you to notice is, well, what we did. We printed a sheet of paper for each child with their name, their grade, and we put their answer document, their answer sheet next to it. In this way, once we opened the doors to our simulation test, each person was supposed to find their seat. So find their name, find their answer sheet, and that way it's not chaos, so everybody knows where they are assigned to sit. So this is what our room started to look like at the very beginning. We had everybody put everything away. Bibles were left in the hallway. Phones were not allowed, or if they brought them in the room, they were supposed to bring them up front to the table so that nobody has any issues. Then we passed out tests according to each child's age, according to each age category, and everyone took their test. If they finished early, they were allowed to leave after a certain amount of time. So there's our kiddos taking their tests. And here is a really quick video so you can see what our room looked like. And at the simulation, we had 9 test supervisors who helped pass out papers, answer questions, things like that. Okay, so that's what our room looked like. So after you're done, you collect all of the tests and all of the bubble sheets. Please organize the bubble sheets by age categories, and then it's time for scanning. And I made a quick video of what scanning looks like and some important things to remember. So this quick video was made from my phone. So when you are in zip grade, before you scan papers, you need to be in the correct test. So I am going to scan a couple of papers for a 10th and 11th practice test 2. So I am going to find 10th, 11th practice test 2. Of course, on the date of the contest, you're going to use the correct church phase contest, but I'm going to scan practice test 2. And a couple of options here. So I'm going to click practice test 2. I can view my answer key if I want to, but I'm not going to right now. I'm going to click on scan papers. A couple of important comments here. If you put your papers flat this way, while it does scan, you run the risk of a glare from the light. So on Saturday when you scan, I strongly suggest that you lean papers up against something. I'm leaning against a computer screen, and that seems to have worked the best. So I'm going to erase the paper, and I'm going to scan it here. So line up your 4 squares, it scans, and it immediately shows you your, the score. And you can view the paper if you want to. You can see what was wrong on here. Or as soon as you show a new paper here, it will continue to scan as long as you line up your 4 squares. Once you are done scanning, you can view the papers that you've scanned. Item analysis, anything you want here, but those things are easier to see on the computer. And if you want to continue to scan, you can go ahead and do that. Now I want to show you something important. If I had scanned this 10th, 11th practice test 2 under a different test, let's say I chose the wrong test and I chose 4th, 5th practice test 2, it will scan. But notice I'm in a very different answer key here. So I have a 27%. That's why it's extremely important to make sure that you're in the correct test when you scan. So I'm just going to erase this paper. So if that does happen to you, just make sure that you erase the paper. So again, check every time you scan a set of papers to make sure you are scanning the correct test. Okay, once you have scanned everything, it's back to zip grade. So in zip grade, we are going to download our data. In zip grade, you're going to go to quizzes. You're going to choose your quiz. So I'm just going to pick something random here. Let's say I go to practice test for 2nd and 3rd grade. So I'm going to zoom in over here so I can show you some things. On the left side, under quiz statistics, next to quiz statistics, it says CSV. You're going to click on that and you're going to choose Custom Export Wizard. Let me actually delete this one that I already had so I can show you what that looks like. You're going to click Create New Quiz Export Format. And there are 5 things you must click. You must click on here to download your data. First, quiz name. The quiz name always is going to include the age category. Class, if you wish, I'm not going to choose it this time. Student first name, student last name. So those 3. Then external reference. This is extremely important. This is your church ID. And this is what you're going to send to me and I will send to the organization in Romania. So please make sure you choose external reference. And finally, percent correct. So these 5 things: quiz name, student first name, student last name, external reference, and percent correct. Scroll all the way down, click next. It'll make a list. You're choosing CSV, save and export. And it's going to download your results. You're going to do this for every single test, for every single age category after you've scanned all the tests on Saturday. Once you have downloaded everything, they will have downloaded in separate files onto your desktop or wherever your computer downloads things. And then you can look at the data. I'm going to open some fake data here in a second. So there's some fake data. And let's open some more fake data. Okay, so I have here a fourth and fifth set of sample data. Again, it's fake data. And then a sixth and seventh. You're going to open all of the ones that you have, okay? So for all your levels. Then you're going to create one file, either an Excel file or a Google Drive file, a Google Sheets. So I'm going to create a new Google Sheet. Title this by your church name. So we are Bethany Church, Chicago, and the date. So this is the church phase, 4/13/2024. All right, down here, if you can see it, you're going to click the plus sign to make multiple sheets. You're going to put each age category. So if we had, I'm clicking in the wrong spot, double click there and put each age category. So we have second to third, we have fourth to fifth, sixth to seventh, eighth, keep clicking the wrong thing, eighth to ninth, 10th to 11th grade, 12th to 24 years old, and 25 plus. Okay, so I have a sheet, a different sheet for each of those categories. Go back to your data. So here's some fake data for 6th to 7th grade. Copy all of it. Copy it directly from what you downloaded and paste it into the correct sheet on your Google Doc, on your Google Sheet. So there's my data for 6th, 7th. Let's download, or let's copy and paste my data for 4th, 5th. I'm going to put that in the correct one here. And that's it. Just make sure you are putting it into the correct tab and make sure that you have all of your tabs in there. There's the name of my file, and then you're going to share it with me. So either email this to me or you can share it with tinbethany@gmail.com. I will compile all the data for the US and Canada, and then I will send it to the organization in Romania. If you have any questions, if you're struggling or you're just not sure about something, please give me a call or send me a text and we'll do our best to answer. Thank you for all of your hard work. May God bless you, reward you, and may God bless this ministry.